they don't understand me, right? You literally are trying to convince your friends, convince your family to try to understand what it is that you're going through, to try to understand the vision that God has for you. And baby, listen, I'm here to tell you that it ain't up. It's not, they're not supposed to get it. Right? Like, they are not supposed to get it. They are not supposed to understand it. Like, God gave it to you. He didn't give it to you and then give it to, you know what I'm saying, your friends or your parents or your loved ones or your sisters. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give the vision to them. He gave the vision to you. So it's not up for them to understand. Stop trying to force them. Stop trying to over explain yourself, right? Stop trying to be like, oh man, they don't get it. Or when they say something that, contradicts, what God said to you, or when they say something that contradicts, like the positive thoughts that you have in your head, when they say those things, that is just only there to get you distracted, right? That's only there for you to be like, you know what, you right. But when God gives you literally a vision, when he gives you the dream, when he gives you the tools and the resources and things that you literally need to press forward and move forward, you got to go with that. Like, you got to stick with what he is calling you to do. You have to stick with what he's telling you to do, right? So don't worry about people not understanding you. Don't worry about, oh, if I make this move, somebody's going to get upset. If I make this move, what is somebody going to say about me, right? You got to get to the point where you're like, hey, I'm about to make this move, and whether you with me or you ain't, right? Like, I'm getting ready to make this move because God told me to make this move. I'm literally getting ready, to make this move because I know the vision, I know the dreams, I know the goals, right? I know what I want to be in life, right? I know the potential that I have. That is the type of confidence that you really need, because you're always going to get somebody who doesn't agree. You're always going to get somebody who really doesn't understand what you're going through, right? Or, well, why would you make this decision? Or why are you trying to turn left? You really should be turning right. Okay, did God tell you this? Which way did God tell you to turn, right? Because like I say, and it's not to say that, if you confide in your friends and your family that they are always wrong. It's not to say that. But even when you do confide in your friends and your family, you still need to take that to God and be like, okay, hey, is this something that I need to be doing, right? Is this something that, you're putting, in their heart to, is this a sign from them? You get what I'm saying? A sign from you, from them. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to be cautious and cognizant when it really comes to, one, sharing your dreams and your goals to other people. But two, like I say, more so of just, okay, they give you these advices. Okay, go to God again. Go to God and pray and be like, okay, hey, is this what I really should be doing? Is this what I really should be doing? Because again, if it's not, then we got to move with what he's telling us to do, right? We have to move where he's telling us to go. We cannot worry about what somebody literally is going to say, how somebody is going to feel, how somebody is going to think. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because we don't serve man. We're not here on this earth to please other people. You get what I'm saying? We need to be pleasing God. So you got to stick to the course. You got to stay with the course. I'm telling you, it's going to be times where you like, I know this was God, right? Like, I know this is him. I know this is him showing me. I know this is him giving me signs. I know this is him giving me confirmation. I know this is him telling me I need to do this, but I don't know. I don't know, because if I do it, what if somebody say this is the wrong move? We try to predict the outcome. That ain't for us to do. That is not for us to do. Our job is not to predict the outcome. Our job is literally to just stay in the process, do what we need to do, and trust God that he's going to, you get what I'm saying, be there at the destination when we get there. It's not about trying to figure out what the outcome is. That is not our job. And that is why sometimes we literally, just get so caught up in our own thoughts. We overthink. We just do all of this stuff because it's like, oh, I'm trying to figure out the outcome. I'm also trying to figure out like how to get there. I'm trying to ensure that I got all the tools and you know, the materials and the resources, and it's just like I don't have everything, so maybe I should just hold off. No, go ahead and do it. This is the month of March. March is the month that you need to move. March is the month that you need to execute. March is the month that you literally need to step outside of your comfort zone and do that very thing that you've been supposed to been doing. If you want a job, or let me back up. Let's say you got a job, right? But you're like, okay, I got to get out of this job, right? I want a new job. Okay. Have you applied to a new job already? No, you probably haven't. And I want to ask, why haven't you? But I'm not even going to ask that. I'm just going to say, go ahead and apply to that new job. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting. Oh, well, forget it. You want a new job, go ahead and apply for a new job. You want a new house, okay? Have you started looking on what is it, Zillow, whatever? Or when you're, out and when you see, houses on sale or for rent or whatever, have you taken the picture of that house? Have you looked at the house to see, how much it is, or where it's at? Have you looked at the location? Have you taken that step? Right? Have you prayed over your house? Have you prayed over your home? Well, no, because I got to get my credit cleaned up. Okay, we're going to get that done. But if you have a goal, you have to start executing now. You have to literally start putting in and get in position. You get what I'm saying? You have to get in position. That's the thing. We not in position. We want to just go straight from, Lord bless me with a home, Lord bless me with the car, Lord bless me with the job, and then think tomorrow he gonna do that. No, that's because you're not putting in the work. That's because you're not putting in the work. Faith without works is dead. So how can you expect God to do something in your life and you're not putting in the work that he told you to do? Because you still sitting up there saying, well, the credit ain't good. I want a new car. This car is getting too old for me. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to hold on. Have you started looking for cars? Have you gone to the dealership? Don't worry about your finances. Have you taken the step? Have you gone to the dealership? Have you looked online? Have you see, you get what I'm saying? If you see cars is out, on sale or whatever, have you done your research? Because that is faith moving forward. Forget about how you gonna get it. You have to take the very first step, and that's to move. Sorry, I had to move to another spot. But yeah, have you done what it is that you really need to do to get to where it is that you gotta go, right? We say, oh, Lord bless us with, this relationship, or bless us with, a husband, bless us with, a wife. I want you to, take care of, my children and make sure that my kids get into this college. And we do so much asking, right? Lord, can we get this? Can I get that? And it's not to say that he ain't gonna give it to you. But like I said, you cannot expect, okay, you want a spouse. Have you prayed for your spouse? Have you prayed to, better yet, not have you prayed for your spouse? Have you prayed for God to get you in order, right? To get you in line so you can be that one that he is calling you to be for that next person. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just like me saying, oh, okay, Lord, send my husband. Where my husband at? Okay, yeah, but I got to look at me. Right? I got to look at me and be like, okay, Lord, what is it that I need to do to work on myself? What is it that you are telling me to do in this season? Right? What is it that you are calling me to do so I can be that wife to my husband? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like we want this man. He got to be this. He got to be that. Da, da, da. But are you looking in the mirror? Are you looking in the mirror? Are you looking at what it is that you got to fix within you? You have to work on you first. We are so used to literally just asking, but we never look at the stuff that we have to do. And that's some of our problems, right? That's some of our problems. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to just say, one, take a look in the mirror, right? At ourselves. And this is for any type of, situation. But two, once we do that, we still have to move. We have to execute. We have to execute in confidence. We have to execute boldly. We have to execute in faith. We have to execute in believing in ourselves, because if we don't believe in ourselves, then who's going to believe us? If we don't believe in ourselves and be like, okay, yeah, I can do it, all these dreams and the goals, and God's telling me to do this or whatever, or, things on my vision board and things that I prayed for, like, we can do that and we can get those things, but it literally starts with us. It starts with us. If you're driving a car, how are you going to expect to get to your destination if you don't turn the car on? You get what I'm saying? It's simple stuff. It's literally simple stuff like that. You cannot expect, if you're going to drive, you cannot expect to get from point A to point B if you never turn the car on, if you never get the keys in your hand. It's literally the same thing with life. You cannot expect to get something if you never take the initiative to literally take the next step. We ain't got to sprint towards it, but even if it's just in slow motion, right? Even if it's one step a day, that is still moving forward, and eventually we will get there, right? The process, it may take, a couple of months. The process, could take, for somebody, it could take a couple of months. For somebody else, it could take a couple of days. It really just depends, you get what I'm saying, on the person and the situation. But the matter is, you have to move. Stop praying and asking God for things when you are not doing what you are supposed to do. And that is literally to move and to execute. Once you start doing that, then God eventually is going to line up everything else in your path. But you can't get to the path because you ain't even started walking, honey. So that's what we got to do. Month of March is the month to move, is for execution. I'm praying that over y'all. I'm praying that, you get what I'm saying, over myself too. But we literally have to start moving, because that's why we're still stuck. That's why we're literally still in the same place, in the exact same situations, you get what I'm saying, that we are in, because we are looking for different results, but we're not changing ourselves. We're looking for different results, but we ain't doing nothing. We just, okay, well, it'll come one day. Okay, keep waiting, right? Or even if it does come one day, you're delaying your process, because if you start taking the steps and taking the actions right now, it might not take 5 years. You get what I'm saying? It could take 5 months, right? But you won't know if you don't take the step forward, if you don't move. So, yeah, it's time. It's time, y'all. It is time. It's time to do that. We have to stop saying, that we want all this stuff and then we're not executing. We have to execute. And if you are one that is like, like, oh, I don't really know what to do, like, I want to do it, but I'm scared, right? I want to do it, but, I fear, of success. I want to do it, but I fear rejection, or I procrastinate, or, I'm hesitant. If you are someone that is like that, or, going through that, make sure that you guys check out the 7-day fear detox challenge, where it's literally 7 videos, 1 per day. And it is going to literally help you detox that fear, detox the procrastination, detox the hesitation, detox all of the things that you need to get rid of, so you can start to execute, so you can start to move confidently, right? All of those things. I get it. And I promise you, like, I'm not saying that it's easy. Because sometimes it's not. But what I'm saying to you is, I'm going to be your friend to hold you accountable, right? I'm going to be your friend to hold you accountable. And when things start to stir up and you like, I don't know if I can do it, come back to this video. Go back to the 7-day detox challenge. Replay that video over and over and over and over and over until you get to the point where you literally can say, you know what? I don't really have, that hesitation no more, right? I don't really have that procrastination anymore, right? Until you literally get to the point. I'm not saying it will never creep back up. But in the detox challenge, you learn literally how to take bold action. In the detox challenge, you learn how to take the next step, how to take the bold step. You learn different action steps to literally take. And I tell y'all literally to do X, Y, and Z. Every single day, I give you at least one bold action to do. And then at the end of the challenge, you're going to create your own exit anyway plan, right? Your own exit anyway plan. And I'll get, more into that later. But make sure that y'all check out the 7-day detox challenge. You can go to my website, LatoyaRaleigh.com. I'll pin it in the comments, and the information and stuff will be below. But make sure that y'all check that out, because in order to execute, we first have to detox the fear and detox all of that, so we can get in the right mindset to be able to execute boldly, to be able to work within our potential, to be able to use the gifts and the goals and the dreams, right, and the talents that God has given us. We first have to get rid of that, change our mindset before we can do that. So check out the 7-day fear detox challenge. If y'all have any questions, definitely let me know. I'm always here to, help y'all, encourage y'all, because while I'm doing that, I'm also like helping and encouraging myself too. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Until next time, I see y'all.